felt as Yumi left the shrine to follow her brother and saw him slamming his feet to the ground. Steam slowly rolled off Naruto before he vanished. What the hell was that? Cried Yumi as she tried to catch up. How the hell is he fast? After a few minutes of chasing an orange blur, Yumi lost her brother and began to swearing up a storm. Naruto made it to his team training ground. Thanks to his gum style second gear, with plenty of time to spare and decided to summon a shadow clone to train. Was soon cut short as Sasuke and Yumi arrived and began to attack Naruto. Alright, dope, said Sasuke as he threw some shurikens at Naruto, only to miss. Naruto gracefully ducked. Tell us who trained you. Yumi soon rushed behind Naruto with a family sword and began to swing. The power should belongs to us, cried Yumi as she swung the blade and Naruto only dodged gracefully. After each swing, now hold still. Feeling that enough was enough, Naruto flashed some hand seals and said, Bloom style, quarter prison floor jutsu. Both Sasuke and Yumi felt something holding them back as they saw arms, hands all over their body, holding them in place. I feel that is enough, said Kakashi as he suddenly appeared out of nowhere. You can't let them go, Naruto. Naruto nodded and made the arms vanish as soon as Sasuke got back and he performed the same hand seals that Naruto had done. Bloom style, quarter prison floor, jutsu. As Sasuke and waited for the jutsu to appear, nothing happened as Naruto began to laugh. Angrily, both Sasuke and Yumi then tried to do the same as she quickly memorized the hand seals, only for nothing to happen again. All my awesome skills and power belongs only to me, said Naruto as he claimed his laughter. Although I can teach you some of the skills and pass some of the powers, but they belong only to me, the power. Frustrated, Yumi lunged towards Naruto with menacing anger aimed at his heart, the sword. But she was stopped by Kushina, directing the blade towards the ground. Your sensei said that was enough, said Kushina, as she stared down at her daughter. Even though you and Sasuke decided to attack your own teammate just because he has something you don't? Kushina then pulled Yumi up by her ears and said, As of young lady, you are grounded until the tunic exams. That means no allowance or use the family weapons for 1 week. I'll let Mikoto deal with Sasuke punishment. Now you are coming home with me right now, so your father hears about this. Kushina then shinshed away with Sasuke and Yumi in towards leaving Naruto and Kakashi alone in the training field. Well, Kakashi, as he rubbed his back of his head, I guess I could train you or just give you the rest of the day off. You saw, didn't you? Naruto said as he lowered the beam of the straw hat. Kakashi sighed as he told Naruto about how he watched the recent fight and how Minato had asked him try to learn more about Naruto's power. I'm not going to tell you everything, Kakashi sensei, Naruto said, but I will tell you about hockey. Kakashi had a look of confusion on his face and said, Well, Naruto sensei, tell me about hockey. Naruto chuckled at the thought of Jonin calling a Genin sensei. Naruto let his hat fall down behind his head and clear his throat. Haki is a unique ability that anyone can possess, said Naruto as he saw Kakashi pull out a notepad and a pencil. There are three types of Haki. First, there's observational Haki. What you saw just do in the fight was observational Haki. It's just a series of movements that allow me to dodge incoming attack as I absorbed my surroundings. Then there's armament Haki, which not only provides protection as the body becomes armor, but makes physical attacks stronger. I never used it much since I can get protection and use power through chakra. Lastly, there's Conquer Haki. It's a literal showstopper, as anyone within range pretty much pass out from the sudden injection of fear. The two Hakis can learn by only a small handful can possess all three, so don't be disappointed if you can't use it. No offense. None taken, said Kakashi, as he finished writing down his notes. I can let Sensei know about this, and Naruto, he really is sorry about what he has done over the years, and wants to try to make it up to you by giving back your title as Uzumaki clan heir. At first Naruto wanted to refuse, but he decided that he should at least let his parents try to rebuild the broken bonds. Nice to have my title back from Yumi stole it, said Naruto as he heads towards his home, glad that he got what was rightfully his back. At the Namakase estate, Minato had just finished scolding her daughter about her actions towards Naruto. Minato soon saw his son enter and went into the kitchen, with Kakashi following, sitting beside Minato. So, what did you learn, Kakashi? Asked Minato, ignoring the voice in his head telling him to save what his student had learned for later. Kakashi hands Minato his notepad and told what Naruto had told him about Haki. With what Naruto knows about Haki, said Minato. Before Kushina interrupted him, Naruto had a long day, Minato, and he's tired. So you can just ask him later when he's in a better mood, said Kushina, glared at her husband and Kakashi as well. But at least he was happy that his title of clan heir is back. Naruto entered his room and was about to get ready for a shower when he saw a small package of his bed and a letter. A small Naruto sat on his bed and opened the letter, seeing that it was from Kushina. Naruto, I wish that your father and I haven't been the best parents. In fact, we've been the worst as we ignored you for your sister. I've even through a valley excuses, but they would never work as much as we hoped for. Your father, no, Minato and I visit the shrine you made for Kurama, the nine-tailed fox, and learned how he was more of a parent than either of us could have been. So I got you a little something for you to have for the shrine, and I even got you an extra one for you to have with you so that Kurama can always be with you. I know it may look like I'm trying to make up for the lost time, and I am, but I am willing to wait for your love. I am also willing to help you whenever you need it, for support and not as a mother until I am worthy of the title in your eyes. So you can come to me if you need anything. I will always love you, Kushina. P.S. Sorry about going in your room without your permission. only to leave this gift, but I need to give you this without a lot of problems." Naruto set the letter down and opened the package and saw a small yawn memory table made of glass with Kurama engraved with a red letter and a small red talisman with 9 tails implanted within each other. Naruto smiled at the thought and said, "Thank you, Kushina-san." The next week went by fast, as Naruto had to deal with both Yumi and Sasuke complained. Apparently, Mikoto had Sasuke Sharingan sealed until the Chunin exams, and along with Yumi, the two of them had to treat Naruto for their lunch break. Naruto had also decided to train Kakashi and a few other Jonins and some Anbu Haki and learn some jutsus in return. Flashback Jutsu. Naruto stood in front of his students of Jonins, Anbu who attended the lessons of Haki. Even Anko and Ibiki were there, as Naruto impressed them with his determination of both observational and armament Haki by having Guy attack him with green glad Jonin could barely hurt Naruto, letting anyone hit him as Guy threw punch after punch. "Alright, my awesome student," said Naruto as he adjusted his straw hat. "Time to conquer Haki." The blonde mentioned 5 Anbu members to attack him. What followed was surprising. "Stop," yelled Naruto as 5 masked shinobi froze in place, as soon collapsed with foam leaking from their side. "Their mask, that's my students," said Naruto as he saw a stunned looking on everyone's face. Was that Conquer Haki? A special Haki that only few can possess, much like the killing intent we can send out. This Haki is instill fear into your target, and you can use it on a long range or a range of targets. If uncontrollable, Conquer Haki can make the whole army pass out on a widespread scale, but for those who unlock it, you can adjust the range with proper control. Naruto then looked at his students and said, "Who's first?" Flashback Jutsu ended. Naruto did discover that a few of his students did possess Conquer Haki and gave them a few exercises on how to build their control. Of all the people who have the Conquer Haki, Naruto taught to himself, "Kurenai Sensei is more intimidating with those red eyes of hers." So Naruto did decide to tell Kushina about the Straw Hat Pirates and the ability he attained with the exception of his soul style, and even told her the role that each one of them plays. Robin was his mother figure, Sanji and Zoro were their uncles, Brook was obviously his grandfather, Nami had the role of his older sister, Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper were Naruto's brothers, and Frankie being the best friend. Kushina was disappointed that the mother role was taken from her, but she was willing to help Naruto in any way possible. Minato was only told about the Straw Hat Pirates as Naruto didn't trust the Hokage enough with the information about his powers. Naruto did mention that when Kurama passed on, the Demon Fox convinced the Shinigami to have 9 new souls sealed inside Naruto so that the boy could get a fresh start on a new family. Naruto was at his teammates' training ground, which the clouds go by as both Yumi and Sasuke were jumping for joy as their punishment had ended. As Kakashi, I want to talk to you guys about the time that I got ran over 4 times. Yes, 4 times. There one recently that I did get run over, but I didn't get injured as badly as the last three. So, the first one was when I was going to my grandma's house, me and my mom. My mom was in the other side of the street. Me, I was barely walking, crossing the streets, and I was using the phone. And also, the lights were turning turning yellow, and also I was running at the same time. But a car came with a fast enough, but not fast. But I got hit by a car, but not the point where they had broken arm or a leg, but I did hit my back, and it hurt like a bitch. Um, that's my first. My second was in college. Yes, in college. I studied at LACC. I was going home. I remember this as it was yesterday. I was going home. It was at Tuesday. I just got out from counseling. Class. It was. I won't say the teacher's name, but I was in class counseling, and then we had an exam, and also I just barely got out from school. I was walking, just going home. I was just crossing the streets. A car just just turned around and hit me. And that time I did broke my leg. But well, I won't say broke my leg. I mostly will say I fractured it. Yeah, I fractured it. I did get run over. So that's two. The third time was 2 days ago. Yes, 2 days ago. I was using my phone and I didn't pay attention the streets. Yeah, I was listening to music and also watching some anime that I'm planning to do later on. I was listening to music, and also a car was close enough to run me over. It was 2 days ago, and trust me, I was so scared that I literally peed a little. Yes, I peed a little. I know it's too much information, but yes, it happened. And fourth, my fourth time was I was in high school. Yes, I used to be well, I don't want to expose this, but this is also part of the story. So yeah, I was in the school bus, and I told my mom to write a letter, so I don't have to go to the school bus. So yeah, and then I was going through the streets. My house is pretty far where my school is, like around 20 blocks, and I went I went just crossing the street here and there, and I didn't, to be honest, I didn't pay attention. I was looking at one of the sites that did crash, and I would say crashed or just a fight. I don't remember, but I do remember this. I did almost almost got ran over by a car, and that time I couldn't go to school because I was so scared that I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to school like around, I would say, 2 or 3 days because I was so close, like literally so close to getting ran over, and almost hit my back on the car's window. So I didn't want to go